Well, 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 ladies and gentlemen, gather round as we dive into yet another Hollywood reboot. This time they're taking a stab at Buffy the Vampire Slayer. More than 2 decades ago, Buffy the Vampire Slayer graced our screens, a show that perfectly captured the late 90s and early 2000s with its mix of horror, humor, and heart. It was a time when TV was bold, unafraid to take risks, and actually had compelling characters rather than diversity checklists. I grew up with Buffy and her Scooby Gang, watching them fight vampires, demons, and the trials of life with a wit and charm that modern television seems allergic to. But now, in the era of corporate nostalgia cash-ins, they're coming for Buffy, and if history has taught us anything, this reboot will be nothing more than a shallow, soulless imitation of a series that belonged to a different time. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Daemon, and today I'm looking at and laughing at Hollywood's desperate attempts to revive something they don't understand. The telltale signs of a reboot disaster. First, you get the announcement that nobody really asked for. Then, the original cast members who swore off any future involvement suddenly have a change of heart. And let's not forget the obligatory modern twist that promises to reimagine the beloved classic while stripping it of everything that made it special in the first place. Yep, all the red flags are here, folks. So here we are, staring down yet another unnecessary revival that nobody asked for, this time courtesy of Hulu and the Mouse House. Sarah Michelle Gellar, who had previously been adamant about leaving Buffy in the past, is now reportedly on board, likely swayed by a generous paycheck. Chloé Zhao, known for directing Eternals, a film that managed to bore even Marvel fans, is set to helm the pilot. Meanwhile, Joss Whedon, the creator of the entire Buffyverse, is nowhere to be found, having been conveniently erased due to industry politics. The writing team consists of the Zuckerman sisters, whose most notable credit is Poker Face, a show that failed to live up to its Columbo-esque ambitions. They'll be working under the oversight of Gail Berman and the Kuzuis, the latter of whom were involved in the Buffy movie that Whedon himself despised. And if that wasn't enough to raise alarms, Dolly Parton is executive producing because... reasons. Concerns and criticisms abound, as always. Some fans are worried about the integrity of the original material. Others are skeptical about the intentions behind this reboot. Are they really trying to tell a new story, or is it just another cash grab? And then there are those who simply don't want their beloved series tampered with. It's a mixed bag, to say the least. This reboot is described as the next chapter of the Buffy franchise, but let's not kid ourselves. It'll be a reimagining that injects modern sensibilities into a show that thrived precisely because of its time period. Gone will be the snappy, self-aware dialogue. Expect less emphasis on genuine character arcs and more on checking the right boxes to appeal to today's Twitter crowd. We already dodged a bullet with that abandoned 2018 reboot, which was going to replace Buffy with a new Black Slayer. Because why continue an established story when you can just gender and race swap? But this time, it looks like they're determined to push something through regardless of fan enthusiasm. What's especially ironic is that Buffy has already been continued in a way that respects the original through comics. Dark Horse and later Boom Studios expanded the lore in ways a modern TV reboot never could, all without having to retcon or rewrite the show's history to fit current trends. Hollywood just can't seem to resist the lure of reboots, can it? Instead of taking risks on new ideas, they keep falling back on the tried and true, often with lackluster results. But hey, who needs originality when you can just recycle, right? Anyway, those are my 2 cents. So, what's next? More awkward, half-hearted reboots of beloved franchises? Oh wait, Scrubs and Prison Break are already in the pipeline. It seems Hollywood is incapable of creating anything new, instead choosing to dig up the past like a talentless necromancer, trying to siphon whatever life is left from classics that should be left untouched. At the end of the day, this isn't about celebrating Buffy, it's about exploiting it. And when this reboot inevitably fails, they'll blame toxic fans rather than admit they never understood what made the series special in the first place. Thanks for dropping by the Snake Pit, where we thrive on untapped potential and lost opportunities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, like the video, and leave your opinions in the comments, where, naturally, I won't read them. Until next time, stay venomous.